Karen Rutherford is with us this morning, Newshub reporter Karen Rutherford from Cambridge. Karen, good morning. Thank you for being with us. You're here to tell us about how Kiwis are feeling this morning, how people are reacting. Karen, what are people saying?
Well, there's a deep sense of sadness, really, around regional New Zealand, I can imagine, this morning, Ryan, because places like Cambridge get quite excited when the Royals come to town. We have seen over a number of Royal tours. I've done 3 of them. The bunting goes up, particularly in towns like this, which have a real connection to Britain even now. And we saw back in 1953, for instance, when the Queen came, there were 50,000 people turned out to line the streets in Wellington when she opened our Parliament in her coronation gown. In places like Tiro, where they had a population of 600 back then, 10,000 people turned out. So 3 out of 4 New Zealanders lined the streets back in those days to see the Queen. We saw very patriotic moves of people spray painting sheep in red, white and blue just to show their support for the Royals. And since then, I guess things have dissipated slightly. There is a lot more talk about becoming a republic, but even today, talking to people here in Cambridge, people are feeling a sense of sorrow. She's been the patron of our Girl Guides over the years. She has adorned the cover of many a New Zealand Woman's Weekly, and I think looking at 1990, for instance, when I remember the Commonwealth Games, she came out here to close the Games, and she was also here for the sesquicentennial of the Treaty of Waitangi, and people really turned out for her. So I think in regional New Zealand there will be a sense of sadness today.
And Karen, we have had confirmed from the Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern this morning that there will also be a state memorial here in New Zealand that will come after the official funeral in the UK, which is expected to take place in around 10 days' time, obviously after a period of mourning over there. More
That's
details.
Right, Melissa. We will see council offices around places like Cambridge will have books of remembrance where people can go to sign, and the Prime Minister has talked about that too this morning. So people can show their respect for the Queen in those small ways over the coming days, and we will, as you say, we'll see flags flying at half-mast pretty much from now on in.
Karen, thank you very much for being with us this morning. We really appreciate your time. Karen Rutherford, Newshub reporter with us from Cambridge.